What is up, guys? Abixis here, coming at you with another Overwatch video. It is time for my favorite part of the season, the beginning, where I get to make my favorite tier list, the overall tier list for who to play and who is going to help you climb out of your current rank, or just who's the best character to play, in my opinion. We're going to get right into it. First of all, this is one of the hardest ones I've had to make so far. There was so many changes. I'm going to try not to dwell on explaining them too much. I might make a video separately on that, but let's just get right into it. And let's see who's moved around, because it has moved quite a bit from the last time we did this. Wrecking Ball. Wrecking Ball got some pretty healthy changes. I think they'll be good for him. I'm going to move him into D tier for now, cautiously. He's going to be more tanky with some of those armor changes, minefield deployment, lots of things like that. I think are going to help him out a lot, but I don't want to be too overzealous on that. Sombra, we're going to move Sombra in the C tier. I think Sombra is going to be a little bit better, but again, don't see her being absolutely absurd, so it's just C tier for her. She's going to be playable. Ramatra is one of the hardest people I have had to rank in a while, because I'm still not too sure how I feel about him. When I played against Ramatra, and when I played Ramatra, when he has ult, he feels quite strong. Majority of the time, though, I can't help but feel like I should be playing somebody else. I definitely didn't feel like he was weak, but after seeing his ult changes, where he is no longer going to be able to keep that maximum ult time up, it's going to be completely different now. I think I'm going to have to put him in the B tier. I'll have to wait and see. The mid patch might change that, but he's definitely going to go there. Junker Queen got a nice little health buff, and I think that's really going to put her in a great spot. I've actually been playing a lot of her anyway, and have been getting a lot of success. I don't think she's the best tank, but I really do find her to be pretty damn strong at the moment, and I'm overall happy with her change. I think it's going to make her a little bit better getting up close and brawling. I don't see it being negative where it's going to make her too strong, but she'll be good. Orisa, A tier. Still think Orisa's pretty good. The damage fall off nerf is going to hurt a little bit. So keep an eye out for that. Other than that, she's still going to be really good. Reaper, I'm still sticking Reaper in the A. I keep going back and forth, but Reaper, I think it's just time to accept that he is extremely strong at the moment. If you're in low elo like Bronze, please play Reaper. He's quite easy to pick up. Yes, he's harder to master, I understand. I'm not trying to insult any Reaper players, but go ahead and pick him up. Try him out. He's going to be easy to get value out of. He's very safe to pick. He's very, it's not many counters you're going to run into that are going to kill you when you're playing Reaper. So just go ahead and pick him, run him. He's a good pick right now. Kiriko staying in that S spot. I still like her as my favorite healer in the game. I think she's overall a well-rounded pick. If you could play her, you're not going to find many better options for carrying as a healer as of now. Moira, I'm going to put in the high A tier, or just A tier. I think Moira's really good. A tier is where I put people that are just really good. There's nothing really wrong with these characters. They're great picks. I just don't find them to be the instant you have to pick this or you lose. S tier I try to give out very reluctantly. So Moira's going to go in the A tier. Winston's a tough one. After that barrier nerf, I'm really struggling to recommend Winston. I'm going to leave him in low B because I still think he could be pretty solid. But I'm really not liking how they're treating my boy right now. It's feeling awfully rough for the Winston mains out there. Doom, still C. Don't find him to be all that great still. I think he's fine. I definitely think the numerical changes recently were good for him, but don't find him to be all that amazing. Still find him to be underwhelming. He could disrupt. He could be good in certain situations. If you're still great at Doomfist, go ahead and play him, but there's going to be better options out there. Hanzo, still feel the same way I've felt since launch. He has had a really hard time fitting into the meta. I haven't found that he's adjusted very well to the overall landscape of Overwatch 2. I just really wish they'd give him a little bit of a bump to help him out. Mercy, I'm going to go out on a limb here. I've read a lot of these Mercy changes, and at first I wasn't sure what to think, but the more I've dwelled on it, I think Mercy is going to be a fantastic pick right now. I don't see any of the stuff that's happening going any other way than her at least being a high A. I still think Kiriko is a good pick too, but Mercy just really seems to be trending really in the right direction. As for my S tier damage pick, I'm good. You know what? I'm doing it. I'm finally putting Ashe in the S tier. Ashe is one of those heroes that I just feel like is so well rounded. Great ultimate. Decent enough mobility with the coach gun. Easy to pick up, hard to master, but if you get a high skill cap on her, she's amazing. I think she's very strong at the moment. I gave her borderline S last time, but I have just found so much success with Ashe, and just feel like if you're going to pick up a hit scan, you might as well pick her up. She's the best of the major hit scans right now, in my opinion, and hit scans usually dominate. So, Soldier had some really, really impactful changes with the recoil that is going to make him a lot easier for newer players or people that maybe aren't as good at recoil control. I think this makes him one of the really top echelon picks for lower elo players who are trying to learn the core of the game, figure out what they're doing, learn positioning. I really like that change because Soldier is one of the easiest characters to pick up for people coming from other games. Soldier, I'm going to put him in A tier. I'm pretty happy with that placement. I'm really happy with where he is at the moment for that. D.Va, see, having D.Va and Monkey in the same tier don't feel right. But honestly, I'm going to put D.Va in the high B. I think she's a good pick. I don't think she's bad by any means of the definition, but I don't think she's doing anything special that other tanks aren't doing right now, so I'm going to put her in the B tier. Bastion's an A. The higher elo you go, people will be able to abuse that giant hitbox more. Playing in lower elo, though, again, these tier lists are made for people in the lower ranks that need, maybe to learn how to get out of lower ranks. So I definitely want to stress that. Bastion, I think, is an A. Easy to play. Good mechanical teaching for positioning. I always say Bastion is a great character to learn how to position, just like Soldier. The ultimate, while not the strongest, is good enough. It's fine. But once you pull out that turret mode, if you learn how to utilize your cooldowns, you can really get a lot of value out of Bastion without a lot of effort. And I really like that for players trying to climb out of bronze, silver, gold. The higher you go, you may want to stop playing him as much, but I definitely don't think he's bad. Genji, C tier. Genji is feeling... I just don't know what they're doing to Genji mains again. I'm so sorry to you guys, but man, you guys really get treated poorly. The community thinks you're toxic, even though all you guys aren't really that bad. And the game seems to dislike you. The prominence of Monkey going down a tiny bit has helped Genji, but I still don't find him to be really all that impactful comparatively to his counterparts. Widow almost never moves for me. Widow is a pick where if you're a God Widow, pick her. You're going to get value. If you're not God Widow, pick somebody else. There's probably going to be better choices. Rein. Okay, Reinhardt, A tier. I really, really like Rein right now. All the changes I saw feel very, very good for my boy. I kind of wasn't sure how he was going to be coming into Overwatch 2. I was actually pleasantly surprised with how well he performs. Now I'm even happier watching that new change with the fire strike, the charge cooldown, little things he didn't even really need, so those are going to really push him over the edge. You are losing a little damage on the ultimate ability, but honestly, that's not really the purpose of the ult anyway. I think a lot of people just felt like that was an unnecessary change. So with that said, I think Rein will be one of the best tanks in the game, perhaps maybe the S tier tank going into this patch. We'll have to see. I don't feel comfortable putting him there just yet. But he's definitely going to be one of those top of the line picks. In fact, you know what? I'm actually still going to keep Ashe in the A tier too. I'm really going to be stingy on S tiers here. I think S tier means like characters. I'm going to take like shot in the dark that this character is going to be like amazing for the entire patch. We're going to go with that. Anna Amari, Anna's strong. After those sleep dart changes, I thought she was really good. She's consistent, easy pick for A tier. I don't have much trouble giving that one out. Torbjorn, still a good counter for Tracer, Genji. Still solid, and not really anything bad about Torbjorn, just better picks above him. Really not too much. I think Mei will probably stay in B. I think she's still going to be fine. I don't think she's going to be terrible, but again, still more of a niche pick compared to who I got above her. Okay, Cassidy, McCree, whatever you guys want to call him. He's getting a small change. I think it is a good one. I still think he's going to be the worst hit scan comparatively to Soldier and Ashe, but I like him in B tier. I like to see him in B tier. I think he will be. I think he'll be decent. I think there are going to be some changes that are going to really be coming for him because he's been underappreciated since the game has come out so far. I think he's going to keep getting changes. I think they're going to be good for him. But for now, we're going to put him in B tier. Junkrat concussion mine nerf. Junk's gonna stay in A, especially with how prominent I think Rhine is about to become in lower elo, especially. I think Junkrat seems like still like a really strong pick. The concussion mines don't really. The nerf looks bigger than it really is, in my opinion. If you read into it, think about the combo. Think about how much damage you're doing in a single combo. Usually, you're still gonna be fine. It's just not gonna be as good for poking. So don't worry too much. Pharah, I think Pharah is one of those characters that I always have trouble rating because, one, I'm kind of biased. I love Pharah. But two, I always say if you're playing her with a pocket, her tier is a lot different than if you're just solo playing her. This, we're just going to meet in the middle at a B tier. I like the Rocket Barrage. It's already a quick ult to build, so now you're going to be able to get it even faster. I think overall she's still going to be good. Tracer staying in A tier. I used to have Tracer in S tier for like every single tier of Overwatch 1. Still think she's really good. Just going to keep her in A for now. Sigma, I'm going to keep Sigma in A tier too. I really think there's a lot of A tier characters right now. Everyone seems pretty damn solid. You got a couple people that need some love, but most characters are pretty good right now. Sigma's A, well-rounded as he's always been. You can basically pick him into any comp. There will always be a better option and there will always be a worse option. Sigma is by no means a bad pick. Hog. The Huggy Hook. Hog stays an S. You know what? I'm going to go on my gut here. Hog stays an S. I still feel the same way I felt for a long time, that if you're playing solo queue on tank, you're trying to carry, Hog's probably still your best bet right now. They're adding another little buff to his ult where it is going to last a little longer. I think that is pretty impactful. 2 seconds is a long time when you're being blasted into a corner. Hog stays an S as the best tank to pick if you're solo queuing in the metal ranks. Lucio's fine. He's B tier. He's alright. There's nothing really wrong with Lucio. It's better options, but Lucio's alright. You're not going to be picking him unless you're not healing. Symmetra, also fine. Symmetra can be good on certain maps. Symmetra can be good if you're mastering her. There's nothing wrong with Symmetra, although there again will be situations where you're going to want to switch, and I do think there are more consistent options, but a good sim player, I'm sure you've been able to see, can take over a game. Zenyatta's also B. He's fine. You can play Zen. Zen actually plays pretty well into Hog. Put a Discord on the Hog, make his life a nightmare. If you're running Ana Zen into Hog, they're going to probably be throwing their keyboard at the wall. So Zen is great in many situations. The reason I put him in B over some of the other characters who are above him is situational play versus consistency pick. I think there are more consistent picks like Mercy, Kiriko, such and such, but you're not going to go wrong with Zen. Echo is one of the biggest disparity heroes. In high elo, Echo is still a top echelon pick. In standard ladder play, I'll put her in B. I think there are better options. She's hard to play. She's hard to get value out of. Her ult now requires even more mastery than it used to. So I think you're just better off picking somebody else. If you're picking Echo because you're really good at Echo, obviously you know that she's still really good. But, there are just better options out there. Baptiste will stay in the A tier. Easy to play, easy to get value out of. Huge, big abilities. Window is huge for turning fights. Immort is obviously a massive game-changing ability. If you need consistent high output healing, you can't go wrong with Baptiste. Brigitte is going to stay in the high B. Brigitte still stays in high B. I don't think anyone's going to be too mad about that. Obviously the mid patch may show some different results, but for now, keeping her there. I think she's fine. Sojourn, I think I might have been a little hard on before. I still think Sojourn's a good pick. I think she's still better than some of the more niche-y picks like Torbjorn, Mei, Sim, And she's a little bit more consistent. I just think you could probably be better off with the Soldier, Bastion, Reaper, or Ashe for low elo play. But if you're a Sojourn, you're really good at Sojourn. You're good at hitting your shots, your railgun shots. She's still going to be really good. And last but not least, or maybe least, no, she's not the last tank. Zarya. Zarya's going to be. Thank God she's not still S tier. I was really not happy with it when she was. That was not fun, but she's still playable. Still a pretty solid pick. Now, guys, please realize this is a tier list before the season releases, so I'm just going off of predictions on when I'm reading the numbers, reading the changes, what I think is going to happen. What actually happens is usually never what anybody expects, so please keep an eye out for the mid-patch. I will release a mid-patch tier list after some data has gone through, analyze it, see who's winning, who's got a better win rate, who's doing well, who's not doing well. So I'm going to keep an eye on that, and we're going to keep going. Hopefully you guys get to the rank you want. Good luck on Season 3. I hope you enjoyed the tier list. Comment down below if you think maybe you've seen something in the patch notes that you think I didn't cover well enough, or I didn't note that maybe you think, I don't know, Brigitte's going to be S tier, or you think Kiriko's going to fall to F. And I'd love to hear your opinions. I always love to see different perspectives on your interpretations on things. So go ahead and leave a comment if you want to. Tell me what you thought. And really, guys, good luck on your ranked climb. I hope you get to where you want to be. And other than that, have a great day. Thanks for watching.